Hello everyone, welcome to Pand Economics classes. Students, from this video, we are going to start the last chapter of Indian economic development, that is the second book of class 12th CBSE. In the previous video, we have covered the chapter that was the second last, sustainable development. In that chapter, we discuss about the how to save earth, how to save life, so that the future generation also can be sustained and continue the process of continue do the economic process like consumption and production. Here children, this is the last video, but this is the last video and it is very important chapter children also, because every year in the board exam from this chapter many of the question can be asked. In this year also in the second term exam, this is the chapter of second term, because of that from this chapter also question can be given in the question paper. So let's get started without wasting the time. Students, let me tell you what is the name of the chapter. The name of the chapter is children little longer, that is comparative development experiences of India and its neighbors. Here children, we are going to discuss about the development experiences of our neighbor countries. As you know that there are three countries sharing the boundary with India and they are called our neighboring countries, that are China and India. Even Nepal and Sri Lanka are also our neighboring countries. Afghanistan is also our neighboring countries, but we are not including them. We are including only these three countries as our neighbor for comparing the growth, or we can say strategy of growth of development, right? The reason behind is comparing all these countries because children, their topography is same. They have got independent similar year, so there is no geographical and climatic more differences between all these countries. So because of that we are comparing or development strategy of these neighboring countries. First of all children, we will discuss about the introduction, and in the introduction children, we will discuss the similar growth strategy of development adopted by all the three neighboring countries. So in this segment I will tell you what are the common success strategy or common story adopted by the India, China and Pakistan. After that we will discuss about separately the growth strategy or strategy path of development of all the three countries separately. So here in this video children, first of all we will discuss about the strategy of development of India, and in this point we will discuss the strategy adopted by India or Indian government from 1951 to 1990 or 1991 or till date. So let's get started. First of all, let's get the common points between the India, China and Pakistan. So here in this segment or in this context student, we will discuss the common steps taken by all the three countries for developing their country. Children, before discussing or before proceeding further in this video, let me remind you or let me tell you that children, if you will see in the context of population, so all these countries are dense populated countries, right? Their climatic situations are also same. Only the and India and Pakistan, you already know Pakistan was the part of India. After 1947 it has been separated, but geographical separated has been done, or we can say we divide the boundaries. At one part is called India, other part is called Pakistan, but geographical condition, language and other conditions were similar. Okay, so let's get started children. So first point is saying that children, India and Pakistan became independent nations in 1947. We already know children, India and Pakistan divided in 1947 and become two independent country. But in the context of China children, People's Republic of China was established in 1949. After the 2 years of India and Pakistan became independent nations in 1947, but China became independent after 2 years, that is in 1949. The three neighbors had almost a common start of their path of development. After the independent, I am talking about all these three countries, India, China and Pakistan. The three neighbors had almost a common start of their path of development. For developing their nations, all the three countries has taken almost a common start. Means their beginning was similar. What were their common steps or common path? All the three countries adopted planning as the core development strategy. All the three countries adopted that government will decide what should be produced, how to be produced and what kind of commodity should be produced. It will be decided by the government. Means government, or we can say public sector, will do all kind of production. This was the common strategy of all the three countries. India announced its, here it's written wrong, its first 5-year plan in 1951. It's ITS. India announced its first 5-year plan in 1951, right? India prepared his first 5-year planning commission, and planning commission started first 5-year plan in 1951. I am talking about India. China launched its first 5-year plan in 1953 and Pakistan in 1956, 5 years later after India and 3 years later after China. So all the three countries children has started dividing the developing duration in the 5-year plan. They have divided that we will divide the period in 5-year plan. First 5 year, during the first 5 year we will develop the education sector. Next 5-year plan we will develop the agricultural sector, and next 5-year plan we will develop the industrial sector. So they have divide the plan in 5-year duration. All three countries relied on public sector, as I told you, that as the core sector of the economy. Means the core sector means it's strategic sector or critical sector that were very important for the economy, like energy, road, transport, communication, agricultural. All these sector will be the monopoly of the government, or we can say monopoly of the public sector for developing the economy. Yet there are vital differences with regard to their development path of their strategy of growth and development. So children, we have discussed about the common strategy adopted by the three neighboring countries. Yet there are vital differences with regard to their development path, because children, all the three countries have different different important point which they wanted to. So after these common strategy adopted by all the three countries, there were some differences among all these three neighboring countries. According to that, they have made some changes in their policy. So we can say, including all these similarities, there were some differences between the development strategy of these three neighboring countries. So let us start its strategy of development of India. So in this video, children, we will discuss the strategy of development of India, and the next video we will discuss about the strategy of development of China, and after that we will discuss about its strategy of development of Pakistan. So let's get started. Strategy of development of China. After independence, India adopted mixed economy as its strategy of growth. Children, in microeconomics in class 11, in the very first chapter, you have studied that economy can be divided in 3 parts, that are capital economy, socialist economy and mixed economy, right? So India adopted mixed economy. Mixed economy means India adopted the merits of capitalist economy, merits of socialist economy, and it left the demerit of capitalist economy and socialist economy. Government thought that mixed economy will be better for the development of India. Mixed economy assigned the flagship role of the public sector. Means in the mixed economy, public sector gap, public sector government relied more on public sector, and it was just become a monopoly of the government. Assigned the flagship role to the government, public sector means economy will be developed by the public sector. Means public sector will produce all the needs of the economy, correct, and private sector was to play the secondary role. Means the important or strategic, all the strategic commodities should be produced by the public sector, and remaining whatever is not more important from the strategic point of view will be produced by the secondary sector. So we can say primary role was given to the public sector, secondary role was given to the private sector. 5-year plans work as the core element of the path of growth, and public sector undertakings worked as the engine of growth, right? Government decided public sector will be the engine of growth. Means public sector will develop the country, and behind that private sector will also develop. Inward looking strategy of growth is the best and widely used terminology to define the development strategy of the Indian economy, right? Government decided that we will produce whatever commodities we are importing from other countries. This policy is known as inward looking trade strategy. Means for whatever goods and services we are looking at other countries, or we are dependent on other countries, will be produced in our domestic country or domestic region. In this manner we will save the foreign reserve or foreign exchange. We have divided that 5-year plan work as the core element. Means we will make the 5-year plans, and during the 5-year plan we will develop the important strategy of the country. Initially things went on all okay. Means initially all these strategy taken by the government was resemble as it is good and Indian economy is developing. But the economy achieved and children, what was the result? The economy achieved a major breakthrough in agriculture. Means the production in agriculture was increased. Green revolution symbolized agricultural prosperity of the country. Between the period of during the period of 1965 we have started the green revolution. The great scientist of India, M.S. Swaminathan, started. With the help of him, Indian government started green revolution, and because of that green revolution, children, India became independent in the food grain production. Okay, so green revolution symbolized agricultural prosperity of the country. The establishment of heavy industries in the area of iron, these were the strategic element. Iron, steel symbolize structural transformation in the economy. You already know steel and iron are very important for the infrastructural development. For example, engineering, goods, building, bridges, etc. Right? So in the beginning, this strategy adopted by the government was all okay. But after that, what happened? I have written with blue marker, children. We will discuss some dark point of these 5-year plans or strategy of development of India adopted from 1951. Hidden behind these achievements was a constantly widening vicious circle of public debt. Public debt means, children, debt of government. When the expenditure or government increasing and revenue is reducing, means government expenditure is more than government earning or government revenue. So here, hidden behind these achievements was a constantly widening vicious circle. Vicious circle means, children, means we have a loan, right? Sorry, it is loan. We have taken loan, and because of loss we are unable to repay the loan. To repay this loan we have taken again a loan, right? and again we have a loss, again we are taking a loan. So this loan was become vicious circle. For repaying one loan we are taking another loan, for repaying this loan we are taking another loan. So in this manner there is a vicious circle, means from this circle this debt can never be repaid. So loan was piling up. Why loan was piling up? Because the public sector started by the government or flagship program of the government or assigned as the its strategy development of economy, not performing as government was expecting, right? So it has become a social debt, it has become a debt on the government, depleting forex reserve, means forex reserve was also depleting. By the year 1990 the economy was, I am not going to deep children because we have already discussed all these points in the previous chapters. By the year 1990 the economy was so much burdened with dead weight of public sector. This is important point, so dead weight of public sector enterprises, that the government was forced to switch over to outward looking strategy. In the beginning children we have started inward looking trade strategy. Look here, in the beginning we have started inward looking trade strategy of growth, but because of loss or because of become the debt or public debt on the government, or we can say dead weight of public sector enterprises, government was forced, means forcefully we have to adopted outward looking strategy. The strategy of 5-year plans has now been abandoned, means now the government has abandoned this planning period of 5 year. Now there is no government is not making 5-year plan. Planning commission also, planning commission which was established in 1951 is replaced by Niti Aayog from 2015. In 2015 government has abandoned this planning commission, and in place of it government has started Niti Aayog, and Niti Aayog is more beneficial for the changing environment of the economy. Now the Indian economy is working as a globalized economy. We have opened up the door for foreign investment, FDI, FII, right? So this was the children strategy adopted by the government. New economic policy, children, we have already studied all these points, so I am not going to deep here, just I wanted to remind you. So children, that's all for this video. In the next video we will discuss about the strategy of development of China. So that's all for this video. I hope you must understood all the points. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. God bless you all. Thank you for watching the video.